The 2024 National Educational Technology Plan is divided into 3 sections. The first section is the digital use divide. It's described as the inequitable implementation of instructional tasks supported by technology. Students need to have access to a computer, and once they do, they need to have lessons that grow their knowledge of the applications. The second section is the digital design divide and the inequitable access to time and support for teachers. Teachers need more time and information to implement these new technology changes. The third and final section is the digital access divide. With access to a device of any kind, you need a way to connect to the internet. Without the internet, the device is useless. Leveraging technology for all is the most important. Students need access to a computer in 2024. With a computer, they can learn about anything they want. It's not enough to have a computer. You need to know how to use it. Computational thinking is important because students should know how to use the applications and computers in general for school and beyond. Artificial intelligence is a rapidly growing trend. Not only is artificial intelligence online, but it's also on social media. Students need to understand information literacy to understand how to confirm or deny information no matter where they find it. Competency-based learning comes next. Once you have access to a device and understand the device and how to use it, students should have a choice of how they want to learn. Some students learn better when they are taught in real life, and some learn better asynchronously. Teachers and students should work together to find the best way for the individual student to learn. With the rapidly growing technology world, they may learn better when they are allowed to go through the modules on their own. Teachers need to understand that information cannot continue to be taught the same way it has been for centuries. They need to start to implement technology. Teachers are at the forefront of teaching students these new technologies. A best practice I would implement in my school district is coming up with a plan that we want our seniors to leave high school with. Once we have the skills we want them to achieve, working backwards to meet these skills will be easier. As of right now, our seniors are all over the place with their knowledge of technology and their engagement in their learning. The second section is the digital design divide. Teachers should be able to receive the help they need to use these new technologies they are being taught. Not only should each district have someone who can help with the technical side of things, but teachers should have access to a technology coach to help them if they need it. One-off trainings are not effective for teachers. They listen to a presentation, they may take notes, and then it goes out the window. With wraparound teacher support, these presentations are done in parts. The initial presentation is conducted, and then the presenter or admin reviews the information throughout the year. Holding these teachers accountable for the training they are attending, teachers are given all this information they want them to teach and learn, but are given no extra time to learn it themselves. With extra time in a teacher's day that is dedicated to learning the material, the teachers and students will receive the understanding of the material better. Students should be taught and guided in a way that helps them learn how they learn best. It's not easy, but modeling student learning environments can help close the divide. Teachers should not be evaluated on a system that was created years ago. Teachers should be voicing their goals and how they want to achieve these goals for the school year. Teachers should be evaluated on how they are meeting these goals instead of being graded on how well they could teach something. A best practice I would like to have in my school district is the thought that we have every technology device in place in case a student needs it. We have a program of very special needs students. Some of these devices could help them, as some are nonverbal. If we have the devices in place for nonverbal students, it would be very easy to have the device ready for the students to use. The third and final subject is the digital access divide. Having access to a device and having access to a working device is very different. If you are not able to have Wi-Fi, the device is useless. In California, they installed Wi-Fi towers to expand the school's network. This was so everyone could have access to their device, classes, and their assignments while at home. Multilingual families are struggling in the technology age. Some parents have never been on the internet, let alone create an email. Hosting parent technology nights is helpful, not only for the parents to receive help with technology, but they're creating relationships with the teachers and admin as well. Having a disability shouldn't be a barrier to education. With the help of accessible technology materials, people who never received a full education can have access to learning again. Oklahoma is helping bring assistive technology to the state. The technology will not only help the students with disabilities, but also will help the caregivers and families of those students. Being so young, students in preschool have a hard time starting to learn. They may not have the skills to ask what they want or engage in activities. With assistive technology starting young, these students can engage in learning at a very early age and can use the technology into their elementary school years. The earlier we can engage young students in their education, the better. Practice from this section I would like my school district to look into is the digital tools that help make devices more accessible. We have a very large MLL student body in my building. We have tools for most websites and they do work, but some students are still struggling to read as the information is not in their language. Having a tool that would help with the language barrier would be life-changing to these students. My school does a really good job of making sure every student has a device to use. We don't know if they have Wi-Fi when they go home though. Teachers are assigning homework that is to be completed online, but we don't know if they'd have access. Paperless is usually preferred now, but a hard copy of the homework could be available to everyone who needs it or wants it. Some students work better on paper than a computer. We have a lot of students who struggle to read and can't read on a level equal to middle school, let alone high school. Having a tool that could read the article or worksheet to them would be beneficial for everyone. Even the most skilled readers prefer to be read to. It helps some students to retain the information better. A tool that would help close the reading gap for my students would be preferable.